What's going on? Wait. Oh, shoot. I thought I was muted. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh, this is the most unprepared. I kind of am. I haven't even been looking at the chat. Sorry. But I mentioned really quickly in the chat to... See, I'm prepared. To Mark's Music Obsession that this was really last minute impromptu. It's Wednesday. I always feel the Wednesday guilt. Hashtag Wednesday guilt. It's not guilt. It's really like I want to post or I want to stream. A lot of it's driven by whether or not I pick up a book or not, right? So yeah, this week there wasn't that much that was coming out that I was like excited about. So there was this huge debate of whether or not I was even going to stop by the store. And then we've got a lot going on in home life. We've got visitors, we got family in town, we got friends in town, and summer schedule, as I'd mentioned last stream. So it's just all over the map right now. So my everyday routine is totally out of whack. Sorry, I'm just checking a text message. Okay, everyth's good. Kids are alive. So yeah, everything is just kind of out of whack. But then as I was driving home right before the stream, I was like, I got a little bit of time. I'm by myself in the house right now. So I got a little bit of time and I quickly swung by the store. I didn't pick up anything at the store as I thought, that there wouldn't be anything that I'd really want to pick up, but I did something cool. Before I share that, before I share what I did do cool, let me say hello to everybody in the chat first. Sorry, I'm like really out of whack here. So excuse me if I talk really fast, go in a totally different direction, do everything that I normally do during stream, which is never polished. Breathe. And but the other reason why I wanted to do this stream was I had a couple packages come in this past week and I want to open them. So I was like, I could combine it with today. It's Wednesday comics because I think they're comics. And even though I didn't pick up anything, I got an unboxing. So it's all bundled up into crazy little bit of evening stream. So first in the chat, my man Mark's Music Obsession is here. Welcome, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have had a better day today, a better week from last week. And I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you're excited that we were doing this. And let's do it. Let's get this rolling. John is here. Yes, I beat Comrade Sammy, but not the Chat Ninja. LOL. Yeah, she might. Comrade Sammy might not be here, but the Chat Ninja might be. So let me scroll down and see. But hello, John. How are you doing this fine Wednesday evening? Mark said he reposted on X. Thank you. I didn't even think about it. Like I said, I'm just kind of flustered a little bit because I just dove into it. I'm like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Don't second guess. Don't think about it too much. Just do it. But I didn't have all my I's dotted and T's crossed and cameras ready and lights and sound. And so it might be a little bit bumpy, but thank you, Mark, for reposting it. That's why I need you guys, your support. You can kind of pick up the pieces that I leave behind. Comrade Sammy's waiting to be sure Leroy Jenkins doesn't play. That maybe she's kind of wizened up to my ways and knowing that Leroy Jenkins plays the first 2 minutes of this stream. But I've got it on the ready. Let me get that ready. I got it on the ready just in case she pops in. Not Leroy, how my ears out. Jenkins. Blow not my ears out. Not Leroy, blow my ears out, Jenkins. Okay. Maybe won't do it. I'll respect that. Emo Trash is here. Hello, Emo Trash. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I appreciate him waiting till right after I got home. Good. Maybe we're on the same schedule. Yeah, I was really debating. I was thinking, can I? Because I gotta go run an errand later tonight. So I got this weird in between time of the house is empty and I can't totally settle in. I was thinking, maybe I go watch a movie. I was really thinking of trying to watch Furiosa tonight because I heard that's leaving the theaters. And then I was looking at the times and like, oh shoot, I got to run this errand tonight, so I can't do it. So then I had this open space, and what better to use it than now? So glad that worked out. Perfect timing. Mark says he was first here too. That's right. That's right. We respect the people that are first in chat. Maybe Rocky's kids are at VBS right now. No, not at VBS. They're a little old for VBS. They've got camps now and all that kind of stuff. But my son's old enough where he has his own plans. My daughter's old enough where she has her own plans too. My son is mobile now more so than ever. But yeah, their schedules are like, it's like living with two adults now, right? So yeah, sometimes I'm involved, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm an Uber driver, sometimes I'm not. You gotta kind of be on the ready. That's my lot in life right now. I do not believe that am I muted? Okay, good. I don't see any warning emojis yet. The night is still young, but good to know that I'm not muted yet. Rocky, you never reviewed Sean's local comic book store promo reel. Well, was I supposed to? I mean, it was great. It was really cool. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, pick it apart? Like, critique it, maybe? I can play it on stream tonight if I have time. But yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. I actually don't know that shop that he did that video of. There was a comic book shop when we were in college that was on this street, walking distance from our college, that I would go to. And I remember walking up these kind of rickety stairs. It didn't have a street-facing door. It was like you had to walk into this building, walk up these stairs. It was kind of tucked away in the back, tight quarters, but it was cool. It was fun. I remember picking up some great books there. I don't know if that comic book store, I don't even remember what it's called. I might have its name stamped on some of the backing boards, some of my older books. But yeah, I don't even know if that store is still in existence. And I don't think the store that Shanth did his video on was the store. But I'll have to go look. But I can review it. I'll give it a thumbs up already. But I can watch it with you guys. It'd be great. There has never been a strategy to pass behind those eyes. There has never been a strategy to pass behind those eyes. What eyes? That's creepy. Rocky can't get away. I can't. Wow, the rudeness. Rocky, check text messages more than chat. I do. I've got to make this thing that I got to do tonight, and I got to make sure people get where they get without me, if that makes any sense, like Uber rides. So I'm just keeping my eye open on my text messages. But hopefully I have them muted so you don't hear the loud dings when they come in. Jumped over and left a first in chat. Nice. Mark 1, John 0. Awesome. You guys are funny. Taking this competition onto a different platform. Comics aren't even necessary. I'm here to derail us. And yes, Emo Trash is the derailer of chat. Much like Comrade Sammy is the chat ninja. Where are you? There she is. Lo and behold, she heard her name spoken and she appeared in a poof. Emo Trash is now officially the derailer of chat. Excuse me. But glad to have you, Comrade Sammy. It wouldn't be the same without you. Everybody's here. Well, not everybody, but all the great ones have come into the room. John says the derailer in chief title is up for grabs. Awesome. Comrade Sammy, run! She's like, hey, John. Also, sorry I'm late. Was getting dinner. No problem. Yeah, it's a little bit later stream for me today. But yeah, there's no way I could have done it. I was gonna do it this morning. One of the fun things that one of my son is doing for summer is he's giving drum lessons to young kids. But that doesn't make good streaming conditions when he's giving drum lessons. So I couldn't do it this morning. And then this afternoon was kind of chop suey. And then, like I said, I was driving around and then came back here. So the house is empty like Rocky's mind. Hey, wait, did you say that out loud? Did you say that out loud? Yeah, VBS caps out at like 6th grade. It does. I mean, there's some camps that go older. But yeah, it's not cool to call it VBS after 6th grade or like middle school age. Then you're in like youth camp or like, yeah, outdoors camp or whatever. Bro, skip the context that I did. Was that the eyeballs? I don't know. I'm behind. You know me. Yes, I know it wouldn't be the same without me. It's not. Where is Awesome One? You know, as I was driving over here, I noticed that Shelby was streaming too. And I think I saw Awesome One in there. So he might pop in maybe, but I don't want to take him away from Shelby's stream. God forbid that to happen. John doing all right. Thanks. A little bit tired though. It's okay. Later stream works better for me personally. Just came home for the night. Cool. Yeah, I think summer schedule, guys, it's going to be a little crazy. It's going to be a little wacky, but we'll roll with it. I'm going to try and keep faithful to Wednesdays at the very least. But yeah, it's going to be all hours, all over the place. So going back to what I was saying earlier, the one of the cool things that I just did right before here is I did stop off at my local comic book store, Comics Experience, in this today. I went to Comic Experience, and I keep forgetting to bring. So one of the campaigns I backed a few months ago was Unhinged campaign, Jason Bascom's campaign of Absolute One Stormy Night. And again, when I first discovered who he was and his streams, for those of you who don't know, Jason Bascom has a stream called Unhinged. Unhinged is his YouTube channel, and he's constantly putting up streams where he's drawing and just commenting over his drawings, like they're like sped up drawings. But he also does a bunch of other kind of live streams, and usually he's drawing on them. He's just a great artist. And but the thing that really struck me when I discovered his streams was he was pretty open and sharing about his eyes and the degenerative condition that he has, a disease. I don't actually know exactly the name of the disease, but so his eyes, excuse me, are kind of slowly degenerating, but he's still drawing comics and he's still pushing forward and producing books and producing artwork. And so when I heard about that and just saw his streams of him drawing, I was like, it's so inspiring. I want to support him any way I can, just because, you know, that passion for comics goes deep when even your body is saying like, well, you know, it's going to be hard to kind of do this. You kind of need your eyesight. But he's like, I don't care. I love comics and I want to draw and I want to be an artist. I'm a comic book artist, so I'm going to keep going. So that's super inspiring for me. So when his campaign came out for Absolute One Stormy Night, I was like, I'm going to back that. And then I saw that he had like a retailer tier in that where you buy, I think it was like 5 books in the bundle. So after, I didn't hesitate too long, but I decided to do that bundle because I was like, I want to not only support him, but share his book around to the local comic book stores here. And most all of the comic book stores here do carry independent books, which is pretty awesome. And I've talked to them about it. So just so happened, so every time I go to the comic book store on Wednesdays, I keep forgetting to bring his books to whatever store I'm going to. But today I happened to remember it as I was walking out the door. I was like, oh, I should grab a couple of his books, keep them in the car, see what happens. And so I went to Comic Experience today and asked the gal who was running the store that day, her name's Kate. I was like, what's your guys' policy on carrying independent books? And she told me, and she was really supportive about it. So I was like, I got a couple in my car. Can I bring them to you? And I showed them to her, and she was like, yeah, we'll put them up. So the awesome thing is she is going to put them on their rack next Wednesday, which is pretty exciting. But here, let me see if I can. Let's see. Let me just do this really quick and see if I can show you guys. I decided to take a couple pictures. Here. So there he is. Check it out. I took those pictures. I'm not muted. Took those pictures of his book. It's at the store, Comic Spear, just in front of their new comic book rack. But next week they'll be on the rack. So I'm pretty excited about that. And it was awesome because as I was showing them to Kate and talking to her about it and kind of filling out the forms that they needed me to fill out, one random guy walked by and he was like, "That's a great cover." And I was like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "Yeah, it's an independent book." He's like, "Is it your book?" And I'm like, "No, it's not my book. It's a book I supported crowdfund, but I said it'll be on the rack next week." He's like, "It's really cool." So, it was awesome that somebody just saw the cover, was already immediately attracted to it. And hopefully, you know what? I'm still not sorry. I just noticed I'm in preview. Okay, hang on. Live mode. There. I caught myself. There it is. Check it out. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, I took pictures of his book. Sorry, forgot to publish the new scene, but took a picture of his book in front of the t-shirt sign at Comics Experience and then in front of the new comics rack. And so, yeah, I told that guy, I was like, hey, it's going to be on sale next week. And he was pretty excited about it. So hopefully they sell, who knows? We'll see how it goes. John says, good job, Rocky. You got it. Okay, let me catch up here before I get too far behind as I was blabbity blabbing. Everybody's saying hello, catching up. Skip the context. Where's awesome one? We already talked about that. Later stream works better. John, more junk food. I'm waiting for people to get out of the kitchen so I can go make their dinner. Is your bird making its dinner? Is Louie making his dinner? Or your mom making dinner for Louie? I actually told my mom I was bummed because no afternoon. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad that we could make it work out then. So, but that's really sweet that you said that to your mom. Oh, and I actually looked up Mark on the stream. Let me see if I could do it on, if I go to YouTube Studio, I did see some, like, oh man, this is going to be a little bit of like tech thing. I did see some option. Is it analytics? Some option. Okay, yeah, this is the. So will it let me do closed captions right now? I was thinking about you because I saw it. I was like, oh, closed. Yeah, it won't let me turn it on. Why not? There is a thing for closed captions. I see an option for closed captions, but I don't know how to switch it on. I don't know if I have to switch it on before the stream starts. Yeah, it's not letting me do it. Sorry, Mark. But I did think of you. I saw it. I was like, oh, dang. That's what Mark was asking for, if it could do closed captions so that his mom can watch it live. But I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get it one of these days. Okay, let's see. Hello to MMO Mom, too. Did she crash already? I will not be leaving the stream for the usual Wednesday night stream I watch. Oh, dang it. Thank you, Mark. Thanks. I hope we keep you entertained, and that'll be worth it for you. But if you peek into that stream, I won't mind. I won't know. Yes, John, she is in bed. All right, well, happy dreams for Mark's MMO's MOM. Just rebel. He can't stop you. As am I. Yes. Oh, you're in bed. Nice. Okay. Don't fall asleep. I mean, you can. It's like we were telling Katie last time. It's like If the soothing sounds of my voice put you to sleep, that's okay. Listening to a nib scratching is kind of like ASMR. Yeah. Let's not get back into that ASMR stuff. I relax and watch on my phone until I sync. Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes I always watch my streams back after I post them or after they're done, just to see, like, it's one thing to experience it as I'm doing live, but then I watch myself and I'm like, ooh, that was bad, or oh, that was kind of funny, or whatever. So I do rewatch them just to kind of improve or whatever. And sometimes I will fall asleep while I'm watching them, no lie, especially if they're super long. So hopefully, or I can't hold that against anybody. Okay, nothing in the text messages are still okay. John says, well, just in case you fall off, see ya, sleep well, God bless you. John says that is exciting. I think you're talking about Jason's comics at Comics Experience. I'm really excited about it, and I hope he will be too. I'll send him these images. I think I'm connected to him on X, so I'll send him these images and let him know. And then hopefully next week I'll go there and see if they're still on the rack, because that would be really cool just to see it there. Thanks for that, John. I'm gonna try and make it. Not seeing. Okay. We figured it out. So I'm catching up. MMO in advance to you falling asleep. Good night and sleep well. You guys are so nice. If I get close, I will say goodbye and shut down. I haven't actually dropped out while on the phone. I've done the whole stereotypical, like, holding my phone and dropping out my face. I've done that. I've done it, like, it's slipping off my bed. Yeah. So I don't have like a very nice or a very good like bed stand for my phone. It's usually like propped on a pillow or in my hand, and when I doze, it's gone. I'm still not sorry, Rocky 2024. That's my motto. He ain't muted today. Yeah, I'm on the mute, guys. I'm on it. Hey, Cranberry Langers is here. How you doing, man? How's it going? How's your week going? Hope you're well. Got some books to show you guys that came in the mail. So, hopefully you'll get more books so that you can review as well. Do more reviews. Cranberry Langers, he's kind of building it up. It's gotten on-screen graphics, starting to like get into the rhythm of it. It's great. Everybody's saying there he is. Awesome One is on time. He's exactly 30 minutes past the mark. Welcome, Awesome One. I peeked into Shelby's stream as I was driving home, and before I was going to start mine, peeked into his stream and I saw that you were there. So thanks for coming by. I'm sure Shelby's still streaming. That dude is like a marathon streamer. Also because he's working and drawing on stream, but he can go long. I don't know how he does it. So awesome that you are here. Louis is asleep. How do birds sleep? Are they standing up? Like, are they perched? Like, is his head tucked in under his wing? Like, how do birds sleep? I'm sure it's pretty different. I know he's not on his side, right? Lucky got his dinner. Lucky, your cat got his dinner. Is currently enjoying his free reign of the house. Awesome. My cats got their dinner. That was the one thing I did do when I got home before I started stream. I was like, I got to get you fed so you don't bug me while I start the stream, because usually around 6 is when they get fed, and that's kind of when I was thinking of starting the stream, and I was like, no. Cool on the CC, Rocky. Should be excited if it works. Yeah, I gotta figure. Like I said, I couldn't switch it on, so I don't think it's gonna work, but I saw the option, so I just gotta research a little bit more. The dulcet tones of my voice. That's right. John says, went to the store earlier, got some junk food dessert. In honor of you, I'll eat some leftover pizza first. Nice. I don't even know what I'm going to do for dinner. Because my kids aren't here, nobody's here, who knows if dinner's going to even happen. I might just take the night off and call it a diet. Cranberry Lander says, I just put together my new office chair. Great. That's awesome. What brand chair did you get? I am always looking for a good chair. I mean, my chair is decent, but it's not one of those fancy schmancy chairs. So when I sit in it too long, I can't really adjust it too well. It's okay. It's all right. However, I did used to have one of those really fancy Aeron chairs, the ones that everybody has, and you can adjust like in every which way. And it was always uncomfortable for me, and I don't know why. Like, it made my back hurt really bad. Maybe that's what it's supposed to do so that you're not sitting all the time. I don't know. But it was very expensive and it didn't work for me. So I didn't get another one when I had to. Cranberry Langer says, awesome one is never late. Never late. He arrives precisely when he means to. That's right. He's first in the awesome one race. Birds will sleep in different ways. He sits on his perch and yeah, he turns around and like tucks his beak into his back. That's cute. That's cute. Does he snore? My cats snore. It's kind of funny. Kind of sad because I think it's because they're overweight, but they snore. And it's pretty loud. Some birds sleep with one foot up, some standing completely, some sitting-ish. Yeah, that's true, right? Like flamingos, I know, sleep with one foot up. Cranberry Langer's got a cheapo chair. Okay. Emo Trash said he also likes to go to sleep sitting right on either mine or my mom. That's super cute. That's really cute. I don't like birds, but it sounds like he's a cute one. I would like a new listening chair for my music room, but man, they can be pricey. Yeah, you know, like, I don't really like the look of lazy boy chairs, but every time I sit in one of those, I'm just like, I could live in this chair. I could totally see myself like watching a ball game or like watching a movie in one of those chairs. So there was one chair we saw at, I think it was Crate and Barrel, but it was like the most comfortable chair I'd ever sat in, but it was so expensive, like really expensive. And my wife was like, but if it's that comfortable, we should get it. Like I don't often say a chair is really comfortable, but I couldn't plunk down for it. It was too expensive. Payless here, office chair. Nice. That's the brand name, Payless. Better than the fold out one I had before. Oh yeah. Yeah. Don't work at a desk in a fold out chair. That's not good for you. Lazy Boy is a good brand. I mean, it is, they are around for a reason, right? So, I don't like the look of them though. They definitely feel they're not cool looking. They're not designy looking. I kind of like, cool looking furniture. As an artist, you can't turn it off, unfortunately, but usually the cooler looking furniture is not the most comfortable, and Lazy Boy is just like super comfy. Nice. That's the bird snoring. Okay, so let me get to the first. Let me get off this camera. Let me get to the first unboxing. So yeah, 2 packages came in last week. These will be my Wednesday comics. 2 packages came in last week. I think I know what this first one is. I'm not sure what the second one is, and I had to go back and look at my orders and be like, wait, but a lot of them said that they weren't delivered yet. Sometimes they'll give you a tracking number. And so I wasn't even sure. Like, I was like, wait, what is this one? So this one, I think I know what it is, because when it said it was delivered, it gave me a notification that it was delivered. And so I was like, okay, this is probably what I think it is. Sorry, I don't like seeing my wire on frame. So let's get into this first one, because I think this one is pretty cool. I didn't even know if it is what I think it is. I didn't even know that this existed until I saw it. And I bought it off of this site called, have you guys heard of the seller site Mercari? So obviously there's eBay, right? But I maybe last year or two, discovered a site called Mercari. And there's a lot of people that sell comic book stuff on that site. It looks like this person, Let me blow up here. It looks like this person included like extra free comics in here. That's cool. So I don't know if you guys remembered. This was one of the books that came out during Free Comic Book Day. I didn't get it because I didn't get to go to Free Comic Book Day. I missed it. And then when I went to the store, it was Frank's store, Amazing Fantasy. He didn't have this copy. He had extras of different books in Free Comic Book Day left, but he didn't have this one. This one was a really popular one, Energon Universe #1. But Skybound ended up, because it was so popular, they ended up selling this same exact issue after Free Comic Book Day. And I wanted to get it, so I ended up paying for it. And it was great. It's a cool issue, but now I got the Free Comic Book Day one. What the heck? I just ended up spending on it. But yeah, this is the same exact issue that I had. Totally got gypped. Yeah. This is funny that they put this in there. It's almost like they're mocking me for paying for it. So yeah, it's cool. It's because it does a little bit of Void Rivals, a little bit of Transformers, and a little bit of, or they do this short story with Lady Baroness, or Baroness. But I have now a paid issue and a Free Comic Book Day issue. But that's nice of whoever I bought this book from to include these books. That's kind of cool. And then, you know, I was really wanting this one. What is this? Barkham Asylum. I have never heard of this. This must be like a kid's comic. Oh boy. I'm not the target audience for this one. But I will not I will not look a free comic book. I will not poo-poo on a free comic book. So thank you, whoever you are that I bought this from. Thank you for putting free comic books in here. I wonder if he owns a store. And he had these, or he just wanted to get rid of them, or oh, funny instance here. Wow, is my camera crooked? Why does that look really crooked? Because this is what is this? Oh, weird. Had an optical illusion there, guys. I thought this was the seam in my desk, and it was like this, and I was like, wow, that looks really crooked, but it's not. It's the backing board. Weird coincidence. This writer here, Jennifer Murrow, I actually worked with her on some of the Star Wars stuff that I had done in the past. She was the writer on it. So I guess she did this book called Primer. Interesting. Weird. So Barkham Asylum and a book I already have that I paid money for. That is not what I ordered off of Mercari. Let's get to what I did order. All right, yeah, this is cool. Very cool. I didn't ever know that this existed. And before I open it up, the actual comic book, I will catch up on the chat because we got to do that, or we're gonna fall behind, as we always do. But this is the book that I got. I'll talk about it in a second. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. We'll talk about chairs. He doesn't snore. He just hisses when you wake him up. Oh, that's why Cranberry Rangers did that. Gotcha. Weird. See, that's why I don't like birds. Why would you hiss when you wake up? It's kind of pissed off that you're waking him up. Louis is like basically a toddler in a bird's body. Sounds like it. John says comfort over style for me. You know, I think sometimes as artists or designers, we get a little bit too caught up on the designiness of stuff and we lose out on the comfort. So as I get older, I realize that Lazy Boy is a good brand. I don't have one myself, but definitely when I've sit in them, I'm like, this is really comfortable. I actually really like this one because it does look cool. Oh, the chair. Nice. Cool. Awesome. I specifically paid more for the white version. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, let's see. Is it the bidding one? Wait, what? Give it to someone you want to have a comic. Yes, I have a pile of comics that I've either have doubles of or from Free Comic Book Day or I don't want anymore. And I've always wondered what I'm going to do with them. Sometimes I've given them to like kids or people who, wanted to start reading comics. One cool thing that one of the stores, Invisible Jet Comics, did, the owner, her name is Chris, she put a like little free library. Have you guys seen those like in neighborhoods where they're just kind of like a little box with a door on it? People put them in front of their houses. I've seen them in front of schools, in front of libraries. She actually put one in front of her comic book store. And what she's putting in them are like graphic novels, damaged graphic novels from what I've seen, or different books that maybe she has too many of, which is really cool. I think that's such a cool way of exposing people to comics, representative of her store, and giving people an opportunity to read comics that might not necessarily walk in and buy one. So maybe I'll bring some of my comics there and put them in her book. I got to ask her what the rules are. Like I could stuff that thing full and that probably wouldn't be cool, but yeah, I'll have to ask her. Ew, Teen Titans Go. It's probably Cranberry Landry says it's probably a companion book to the DC Pets. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's where it's coming from. I'm happy to poo-poo on the Teen Titans Go mention. That show sucked. Emo trash. I don't think you were the right audience for that show. I know a lot of kids that really loved it. It has that certain flavor to it, but not the people that were necessarily into the original Teen Titans, which had a lot more of an edge to it, a little bit more grown up. So yeah. Cranberry Landry says Primer looks cool. Cool. Yeah, I don't even know what it's about. I think it has something to do with a girl who has like spray paint. I don't know. I never read it. It is more of like a YA comic book, so I don't think I'm the right audience for it. Maybe the same audience as Barkham Asylum. I don't know. John's getting his leftover pizza. Be right back. Now I'm getting hungry. I was just saying I was going to skip dinner, but now I'm getting hungry. And knowing you guys in the chat, you're going to start talking about a lot of food. It's going to make me even more hungry. People are asking John what kind of pizza this is. I saw somebody mention pineapple pizza earlier. So what kind of pizza is it, John? Inquiring minds want to know. Emo Trash says, I would hiss if woken up. I don't blame him. Oh, okay, cool. This must have come from a store, Syndicate Comics and Collectibles. So the cool thing about this is this was like an exclusive Dynamic Forces limited edition comic. Syndicate. SyndicateComicsShop.com. I'm going to look that up right now. See where it's located. Where did I buy this book from? Let me switch so that you don't see my hands. Whoops. I'm just really curious where this store is. They gave a QR code, but I'm too lazy. SyndicateComics.com. What? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Not Syndicate, Syndicate. What? Oh, that's not even what it said. SyndicateComicsShop.com. Oh, all right. Where are you guys? Marietta, Georgia. How about that? So I guess that's where I ordered this from. I guess they're selling on Mercari. All right. So if you guys are in Marietta, Georgia, go check them out. SyndicateComics.com. So this book, because it was limited edition, the cool thing is it came with a certificate of authenticity. What is this? I don't want to be a Marvel insider. So yeah, certificate of authenticity. This is Daredevil #1, written by Kevin Smith, the film director who did Clerks and Mallrats and Dogma, a bunch of different movies. He's a big comic book nerd, and he wrote for a bunch of books. This was, I think, in the early 2000s that this came out. I remember when it came out, it was like under the Marvel Knights banner with Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti. And this was probably the hottest book, was the Daredevil book, because Quesada was drawing it. But I never ever knew that a black and white version existed until I saw it. I don't know what I was looking for, but I saw it and I was like, what? There's a black and white Quesada version of this book? And I was like, sign me up. So I got it. The cool thing about Mercari, for those of you who don't know, it's Mercari, Mercari. The cool thing about that site is it's not like there's like a winning bidder like eBay. It's like they just put the price, and the price is what it is, and then you just pay the price and pay for shipping. Sometimes they'll discount stuff, like if they want to sell it and they know that you're interested in it, like they have like likes, or you can star a certain product. And when they do, sometimes they'll like discount it, and it'll give you a notification to say, oh, would you like a 10% discount? And I'll say, yes, I do. I will buy it now. But anyway, going back to this is really cool because I don't see many artist editions of Quesada's stuff, and Quesada is a phenomenal artist. But this is really cool. I wish it was a huge, I would love to see an artist edition, like big size, actual size artist edition of his work, of whatever, anything that he's done. But I'll take this as the next best thing, because this is just regular comic book size. But it's really awesome to see these pencils and so many of these like X marks to show where he spots the blacks. So a lot of that. This is an inked page here. Beautiful. Jimmy Palmiotti was his partner in crime and really good inker on his stuff. Oh, okay, so I guess now this is just the black and white inks. Oh, weird. So it's not the whole book. It's, let's see, get that glare out. I always have a problem with glare on this side. If I just hold it up like this. So it looks like it started off with the pencils. Cool. And then flip to black and white and inks, which is awesome. And then now it's showing us color, which I do have this book already in color. I wasn't a huge fan of the writing on this. They look so young in these pictures. This was like after the Image guys left Marvel, and kind of Joe and Jimmy became the big dogs at Marvel. And then Joe eventually became like chief creative officer or something, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, okay, so it's kind of a 3-tiered thing. It's like pencils, then inks, and then finished color of the first issue. That's neat. And then here's some sketches. Cool. This is really cool. Black and white cover. Joe Quesada, one of the Comics Now I did with Marty. We did Ash, and that's Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti. And Jimmy Palmiotti, he's pretty active on X, on social media. And he's really pushing his own crowdfunding stuff, and it's doing very well. He has his own company. He's married to a successful artist as well in her own right. Her name's Amanda Connor. And she did a lot of work for Harley Quinn, and what was that other book that she did? Anyway, she's a great artist. She's done some work on Watchmen, the prelude Watchmen stuff. She's worked in comics for a long time, and so they're married. I believe they live in Florida, but it seems like they're pushing more of their independent crowdfunding stuff, and he's getting into the crowdfunding market. And I've seen him like interact with a lot of independents, and because he's Jimmy Palmiotti, he's got a lot of weight, right? Because of the history of his career. So it's just cool to see him transition to going more independent, push that more, not rely so heavily on the big two. And one of the things he does, the reason I love following him on social media, and I recommend you guys do that too, is he'll post pictures of his original art that he owns. And he owns amazing, not only stuff that he's worked on, but just amazing pages. And like, I don't know, he's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of original pages. So it's really cool just to see him share that. A lot of them, like he's inked like incredible artists, but a lot of them that he just owns. He's got great taste in the original art that he owns. This is a nice cover. It's not your typical glossy. It's almost like it's not matte, but it's the quality of the paper is very much like, it's thicker, it's more coarse. No gloss at all on it. It's cool for a like artist edition. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's see. What are you guys talking about here? Did we find out what kind of pizza John has? Wow, I'm behind. Primer looks cool. Which toppings? I would hiss. I've seen the lending libraries. Yep, cool. It's an ADH nightmare. That's why kids liked it. Teen Titans Go, yeah. It definitely like leaned into that like big head chibi, like crazy cartoonish side of Teen Titans. Cranberry Langer says that Daredevil cover looks great. Yep, it's awesome. Casada did a great Daredevil. Yeah, he did a really, really great Daredevil. I would like style as the one I would really want is the Eames lounge chair. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are beautiful, beautiful pieces of furniture, pieces of art, really. But yeah, they're very expensive. But I think they're really comfortable too, if I'm not mistaken. Jake, a goulash. That was me. I mentioned pineapple pizza. Yes. My cough is getting better, but I'm coughing now for some reason, but it is getting better. All right, here we go. This is what we all been waiting for. Pepperoni, beef, green pepper, and onion, picked off black olives, store-bought. Oh, picked off the black olives, really? I love olives. I love both black and green olives. I think I like green olives more, actually. But that's a good combo you got there, John. I'm getting hungry. The only thing that came from Teen Titans Go was some of the memes. Yeah, it was very meme-worthy. I never watched it. Sounds pretty good. I like olives. Yep, there we go. Cranberry Langers loves the olives too. Me too. John's telling me about the toppings. I blame England. Why? For the olives? Really? The Roman Empire? Yeah, maybe. Olives? Come on, olives are really good for you. Really healthy. Georgia. Oh, the comic book store? Yeah, Georgia. I know that song. It's a good one. Oh my gosh, I'm getting confused. John, you're supposed to be the actual humble one out of the two of us. So like a normal store? Yeah, I think it looks like it's an actual comic book store. And they must sell stuff. Like they do that. People do that on eBay all the time. Like they sell, even though they have a brick and mortar store, they'll sell it on eBay as well. And I think Mercari is the same. But I've gotten a lot of cool things on Mercari. It's like it's less competitive because it's not as well known as eBay. The inventory is less, but then also the sellers I've met on Mercari have been very nice, very accommodating. Like I'm like, oh, if I'm buying 2 different books from the same person, they'll combine shipping or stuff like that. They're pretty communicative. So, and I've sold a couple things on Mercari myself. I think the difference is, yeah, there's no bidding, and eBay has better like shipping deals for sellers too. There's some great pages in there. Yep, they're really good pages. I really, like I said, I'm surprised there hasn't been like an artist edition for Quesada's work, because he's done a lot of great stuff. There's been omnibuses of like his Daredevil run. He did a Spider-Man run too called, I think it was called One Fine Day. And they do like bigger gallery versions of that, but I've never seen an artist edition. So this is the first time I've seen compiled pencil stuff of his, which is pretty cool. Shall we vote on? Oh gosh, we're talking about languages here. Eating pizza. Okay. Wow. This is interesting. I'm aware it's an amalgam language. We're talking about English here. It is one of the most difficult languages, if not the most. English rock, or what are you talking about? English, right? English rocks, language awesome. I find English, maybe it's because my wife is not from here, but she's always like, that doesn't make any sense. And then when you think about it, you're like, that doesn't make any sense. Like the way things are pronounced in English. There's so many like, well, you can pronounce it like this, but then something that's spelled using the same vowel combination sounds like this. So there are a lot of weird things with English that don't make any sense. Teen Titans Go was all right. Never really watched it as a kid, though. Excuse me. Yeah, I didn't watch it either. It was like Batman the Animated Series was my jam. And Transformers, Thundercats, He-Man. I love that. But yeah, once Teen Titans Go, that was a little young already for me, and I was kind of out of the loop. So Teen Titans Go annoyed me even as a kid. Then I found that OG Teen Titans became even more disappointed in it. Yeah, the original Teen Titans, and I think most of you guys were there when I was going through Glenn Murakami's sketchbook. He was the guy for the original Teen Titans, and he came off of Batman the Animated Series, so it definitely had that flavor. It was a little bit more stylized, a little younger than Batman the Animated Series, but it was cool because it had that edge to it. So yeah, then I think, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Teen Titans Go, like, I think they did maybe like one episode of the original Teen Titans where they broke into the little cute big-headed versions of them. And then that one was so popular that they like spun off the whole Teen Titans Go. I think that's the reason why they did that. So, yeah, I don't know. It was definitely different. Definitely took it into more kid land. Olives themselves are nasty, but olive oil is fine enough to cook with. Really? I love olives. Oh, if you get olives with like good cheese, like those like charcuterie boards, and you put olives and like the mini pickles and all the different kinds of cheeses and meats. Oh, I'm a sucker for those. Really good. Cranberry Langer says, I've opened just cans and jars of olives, just snarfed them. Oh boy. I think the entire culinary world would disagree with you, Emo Trash. Pretty sure that's just a personal perspective. Okay. It's history. Wow. I to keep track, you guys are like in between like languages and olives. This is a tough one. This is a challenging chat today. It's history. There are a lot of things about like every language, but don't make sense. I've studied several. Oh, okay. Same with Farsi, Arabic, Japanese, Spanish. All worldwide languages have large variations. Yeah, there's different dialects. I think just similarly because our culture is a mishmash of different cultures, American English is very similar in that sense too, where it's like we have phrases and all this and pronunciations that come from so many different other languages, and it's just mixed together in a pot, and it's American English. Then you have different accents. That's the funny thing with chat and YouTube is like, I mean, other than me, I can't hear if you guys have accents, and I know you guys are from all over different parts of the country, so who knows? Some of you might have like a southern drawl, which I love. I'm a sucker for the southern drawl, a thick southern accent. I love it. I used to live a lot in the South, and I never really picked up a southern accent myself, but I love the sound of a southern accent. Or you could be from the East Coast. Okay, so here's the second package I got. This one, I have no idea what it is. Let me make sure when I open it. It's a book, I think. Let me make sure it's something that I should be opening on stream. Oh. This came already? This came from France. Where is Mr. Monkey Boy? This could fit as a category. This came from France. Oh, a little bit bigger than... let me zoom out a little bit. So this is a French compilation of Deathblow and Wolverine, which was a 2-issue miniseries drawn by Aaron Wiesenfeld. I think he wrote it too. And this was at like peak Aaron Wiesenfeld art. Aaron Wiesenfeld, he kind of jumped into the scene, started working for Image Comics. I don't think he worked for Marvel or DC. I could be mistaken by that. But he kind of jumped into the scene and was doing some fill-in issues here and there, some covers. But then he got this miniseries, and his artwork like catapulted to another level. And you realize like, whoa, this guy is not just like any old comic book artist. Like, this guy can draw. And so when I saw that miniseries, I was like, holy cow, who is this? It was like, felt like a little bit of like Barry Windsor Smith in his artwork, as you'll see, we'll go through this. But he had this amazing command of just drawing, not just the characters, but like the backgrounds. And I'll flip through it. And then he worked on a book called Team 7 for Image, which is tied to Deathblow. What else did he work on? But even when he was working on Team 7, it was like not at this level. I don't know. And then he went this total fine art route. So if you look him up, Aaron Wiesenfeld, I follow him on social media. He's a fine artist, like a painter now. And he does these like beautiful, like very kind of surreal paintings of just characters in environments. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Like, he's very, very talented. Not doing comic book stuff anymore, but anyway, I saw this. Somebody was talking about this on, I don't know, was it on social media? Social media is really bad for me because I'll see somebody like, oh, there's something that's coming in the mail. When that comes in, that'll be a cool unboxing. But something coming out also from France. And I saw somebody post it and they're like, oh, look what I found. It's from France. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And they don't sell it here in America. But it's really bad because on social media, just people just post random things and I'll be like, oh, I want that. And this was one of those. So somebody was talking about it, but the cool thing is it's like a little bit bigger than a comic book. Oops. A lot bigger. It's like a BD size, bande dessinée size book, but it's the whole kit and caboodle together. And just to see his artwork this large, it's really cool. Look at this. Like, that is crazy. That is a crazy perspective, level of detail drawing. Very unusual angle. Like, what I love about this series is he did these very complicated angles. He picked these really complicated angles to draw the characters. And it was almost like he was just saying like, yo, I can draw Wolverine in any pose I want. Not just your standard, splash page picture. But so yeah, he picked these great angles, and he's a great storyteller too. With, let's see if I can find some spots here that I feel like his storytelling was really good. So It's all in French, but that's okay because I have the original English issues if I need a translation. But it's just awesome to see his artwork here like this. Okay, wait, where are we? Olives are nasty. Got that. Languages. John says 2 slices of pizza down. Going to wait a moment for my mini pie. Wow, that sounds like a great dinner. I'm really hungry now. He does not like olives. Yeah, obviously, because you picked them off. I don't discredit any of the history behind language. I just feel I have the right to criticize how overly complicated it is. Yes. John is based because he doesn't like olives. I speak about standard English with bits of Southern and I speak about standard English with little bits of Southern and British English. Okay. I have heard what your voice sounds like, Cranberry Landers, because I watch your streams, your videos. So I don't really hear an accent that much in the way your voice sounds. Emo Trash says, I don't normally have the Southern drawl, but it's very easy for me to pick it up if I'm talking to the right. Yeah, I love that. Like, there's definitely like when you hang around people that have very distinct accents and you yourself have either lived there or are very familiar with them, kind of pulls out the drawl or the whatever. You start speaking like they do. I've never thrown out the like y'all. I never picked up y'all. That was never in my vocabulary. Even as long as I lived in the South, I never picked that up. It just never felt right. But I don't mind it when people say it. Emo talks like that Hannah Barron girl from Alabama, at least in my mind. I don't know who Hannah Barron is. Who is she? Good night, all. Tired after a long day. We'll catch the rest tomorrow morning. Be safe, everyone. Thanks again for the stream. You're welcome, Mark. Have a good night. Glad we could give you a little bit of relaxation at the end of the day. And yeah, catch the rest of the stream. I can't stay on too long because I do have to run that errand later. Probably got another hour or so. But anyway, check it out. More of this Weisenfeld goodness. Also, the colors in this were pretty interesting. They're like almost like pastel-y. Richard Bennett was the inker. Monica Bennett, I'm assuming, is related to Richard Bennett. And Badass, who did the colors. Don't know who Badass is. Seems like it was a studio. But yeah, Aaron Weisenfeld, he wrote it and drew it. And this also takes place in San Francisco, which is kind of cool because there's a lot of landmarks here. Funny story. I always have these weird, like, side stories, but his brother, part of the reason that I discovered his work, his brother, I believe his name was Joss Weisenfeld. I happened to be working at a small animation studio here in the city that he was sitting right next to me, and I didn't know who Aaron Weisenfeld was or who he was, but he had mentioned like, oh yeah, my brother draws comics. Super nice dude, and just got to know him just over the course of the one project that we were working on together. And then I've never connected with him since. But then after I found out who his brother was, I was like, holy moly, I wish I got to know him better. So yeah, this is really great stuff. Really great action, and just his sense of drawing was phenomenal. Like, look how he just like stages this whole sequence here with Wolverine being attacked by a ninja, this thing going around. Like, he's really thinking about like the placement, the framing, this like metal thing wraps around Wolverine, metal chain wraps around Wolverine's face, gets stuck in his mouth, and this ninja attacks him. They fall out the window, breaks frame here. As he's falling out, we see the chain. He pops his claws, cuts the chain. People watching him fall in the window. Then he lands. All these arrows come. It's really awesome. And then this is how he crosses paths with Deathblow. Deathblow kind of bumps into him here. There's this one panel. Oh, this is great. This great, like almost samurai fight. He charges this ninja, classic, like crossing the paths. Who got hurt? They both stand there for a second. There's a beat. Wolverine goes, ow. You see the blood on the blade of the ninja that attacked him. And then he's about to stab Wolverine. Look at this awesome like staging. Do it in shadow. Deathblow busts out of the crowd. Grabs the dude. Throws him to the ground. Pulls out his gun. Indiana Jones styles. Shoots him. This is awesome. Great staging. Like, this is so cool. Like, the angle of this very specific car. And then he's always drawing the characters like from behind or from like low. Like, that's just not normal and very difficult. And like Deathblow is like reversing at him. The ninja flips over, lands on the hood. All this awesome choreography. Shoots him. You see the like gunshot go through the ninja. Ninja lands. Oh yeah, this is the sequence. Like, look at this angle. Let me zoom in here. It's like this very specific angle. He must have had like a model car or something that he was drawing. Not even a 3D model, but like an actual like toy car or something, because this is such a specific angle. And then again, not your normal angle of the characters. Guy gets run over by Deathblow, hanging to the back of the car, and then just takes off. Like, he has it all plotted out. It's beautiful. This is great. Car comes out of an alley. Opens up this, like, it's very much like action choreography. Opens up this, the convertible hood. The ninja's holding on to it. Then he's being dragged from the car behind. Then kind of left in the dirt. Car comes flying out. It's awesome. Let's see. Cranberry Langer says, I pick up accents quickly. My family does. I picked up an Irish accent while talking to an Irish guy and an Indian accent from India when speaking to Indians. Careful. Mom finally left the kitchen. Will be listening while making food. All right, cool. What are you making? Are you making pizza with olives? No, without olives. Are you cooking with olive oil? Saying goodnight to Mark's music obsession. Vote is closed. I personally picture you to sound like one of the other many Johns I know. Check out Wake, Rocky. Wake. What's Wake? Let me know what Wake is. I love that Wolverine jump spread. Yeah. Great pages. Cranberry Langers is sold. Making sandwiches with Dad's Bologna. Nice. Classic. Every time I read that, the way Bologna is spelled, I always say it's Bologna. Bologna. See, that's a weird Englishism right there. Bologna. Why does it look like that and sound like the way we say bologna? Why is that? It's weird. Try frying bologna. Oh yeah, I've heard of fried bologna. I've never tried that. If you or your dad haven't tried it before. You guys have tried Spam before? Not good for your body, but oh so good for your tongue. Fried Spam, you cut it in slices. Pan fry it. Oh, so good. Some rice, eggs. Oh, I love it. Oh, the Hannah Baron accent. Okay, we'll have to check that out in a second. Interference with kitchen appliances on your earbuds. Huh. I was talking to my friend Alan earlier today with this whole setup, but we were doing it over FaceTime. And it kept giving me this like distortion. I don't know what it was. It was like really jarring. But yeah, it sounded like interference, like some sort of electronic interference. So I didn't realize kitchen appliances could do that though. Those are flaming gorgeous pages. Yep. It gets better. It's just like the way that he draws this hair is so delicate, but like really feral too. Again, it has some Barry Windsor Smith feeling, but it's awesome. Here we go. So they're in Deathblow's living room, and then they see this bright light shine through the window. A bike crashes through the window. Again, amazing staging. Almost runs over Deathblow, knocks him out of his window. He lands in his car. Ninjas are all over the place. Takes off. And the fighting ensues. Look at this. So good. And just like, look at this, how he drew this. Like, it's super simple, but it's like all figured out, worked out. Then he's got these ninjas coming in. Like, he's totally got the whole space plotted. But it's so appealing, his drawings. They're not like really overly detailed, but they're beautifully detailed. And his version of Wolverine is awesome. He's got like a really thick nose. And then there's this creepy dude that appears at the end of the first issue. This weird, smiling, gummy dude with a top hat. So interesting. I love that. Like, huge nose. Wolverine slices at his face. Like, how cool is that panel? You see Wolverine has 3 claws, and then you see the guy's head splitting from the blade. And then he comes back. He's this weird, creepy, magical dude. And then I don't remember what happens here. It's like this cult. Like they get like transported into this crazy cult. Like ancient cult of fighters. It's an awesome Wolverine face right there. And they kind of talks about what this cult's doing, blah, 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 through the generations, yada, yada, yada. I can't remember exactly the plot, to be honest. When he kicks them back into reality. And then look at that. Look at that pinup. I love the size difference. Like, he doesn't even draw a background. You're just focusing on the character, but I love the size difference between Deathblow and Wolverine. What a beautiful like characterization of Wolverine here. He feels old and like, this is subtle, but I'm 99% sure that Weisenfeld thought of this detail. In these scenes here, Wolverine, like right here, he doesn't have a 5 o'clock shadow yet, but he's dressed in his civilian clothes. Like, they just came through that portal. And then time passes between here and here because they're talking about suiting up for the mission. And Wolverine now is in his Wolverine costume, but check it out. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow here. So you get this feeling like time's passed. Awesome. I love that. I love those kind of tricks with comics. Then, like, you can see the guy knows anatomy. He knows how to draw guns, props, weapons, costumes. Yeah, Weisenfeld could draw anything. If he kept doing a monthly book like this, it would be phenomenal. But he didn't. Reminds me of San Francisco and Spain. Hey, Jason, Unhinged is here. Hey, dude. I was just, if you're still here, unless I lost you, because I'm behind in the chat, check this out. I don't know if you knew this, maybe not, but oh, whoops. I went to my comic book store today, my local comic store, one of them, and I gave them two of your books to sell. So they will be selling it as of next Wednesday. They'll put it out in New Comic Book Day next Wednesday because I went there at the end of today, and they were like, well, to have a better impact, let's do it at the beginning of next Wednesday. So I was like, yeah, that's awesome. But they were really cool. I approached them and said, hey, I have this independent book that I supported. I backed crowdfunding, and I would love it to share with you guys if you guys would willing to carry it on your rack. And they were super supportive of it. So there you go, man. I was going to post it on X and tag you, but here you are. So, here's to hoping they sell, and get in the right hands. And I was telling the chat that as I was talking to the girl who was working behind the counter, and we were talking about the book, this guy, a random customer, walked by and he's like, "That's a great cover." And I was like, "Cool." And he's like, "Is this your book?" And I'm like, "No, it's this guy. It's got this YouTube channel, and I backed his book." And I said, "But it'll be on sale next week." He's like, "That looks really cool." So hopefully he'll be one of the guys to buy it. But yeah, there you go. I've got a few more because I bought that retailer tier of yours. So I'll hit up the other stores and try and get them on their racks too. But yeah, I'm glad you popped in. That's great, dude. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you popped in. I'm glad I was able to tell you in person. I've been meaning to do it. I actually got your books like a couple months ago, but I, for whatever reason, I forget to bring them when I go to the store every week, or it slipped my mind. But today I was like, I'm gonna put it in my trunk, and if I get a chance, I'm gonna try and do it. So there you go. There you go. It looks great. Looks cool. Oh, one of the things that Kate, the girl who was working at the store, was saying, she was like, "This is a well-produced book," because I guess a lot of the independent books they have are either, Kinko's or self-made, handmade books, which is a certain look or whatever. But she was like, the quality of this book is really good. So kudos to you for putting the effort of getting it published really nice and the printing really nice. Where did you get yours printed, if you don't mind me asking? I'd love to know. Like, it's always cool to like promote people that are printing companies that produce well. So hopefully that was a good experience for you. And yeah, let us know where you got it printed. Unhinged says, "I really appreciate your support." You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad I could support in a very little way, but yeah, let's get more of it out there. So what else did I miss? Some more dialogue. They work with my phone. Okay, yeah. Emo Trash says, wait, I just saw somebody say that I'm gonna catch up on the chat late. It's true. It's true. It'll be another Cranberry Lander said that. It'll be another 2 hours before he catches up with the chat. Yeah, not 2 hours. Like 20 minutes. Also, I was wrong. Mom still ain't done in the kitchen. R.I.P. But I'm hangry now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's going to be some fighting over that Bologna. Fried cotto salami is great. I have tried fried Spam, and yes. I'm not a big fan of salami. It's a little too salty for me. But I say that and say I love Spam, so that's a little contradictory, a little hypocritical. But yeah. Wake is a French sci-fi comic. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. Wake. I'm gonna write that down. I bet you if I see the art, I might know it. But is that? I don't know if you guys knew one of the books, and one of my very early streams, could have been one of my first streams, when I came back from France and I was going through all the BD that I got there. One of the BD that I got was called Yo Jimbot. Really cool. Let me get it again just to remind you guys. Do you guys remember this one? And I loved it. I picked it up because of the art. It was so good. And there's a few volumes of this one out. Anyway, really great art. It's like robots and like samurai setting. Kind of has a pseudo anime Euro feel to it, but the colors are really striking, beautiful. Anyway, and signed by the actual artist, Sylvain Repo. But I just saw recently that, is it Dark Horse? They're producing a English version. It's going to be coming out, which is pretty exciting. So super excited that made it over here, and the popularity it will grow with that. But Wake, I'll check that out, Cranberry. Does Rocky get back to the Hannah Baron accent? Yeah or nah? Wait. Do I have a Hannah Baron accent? You're crazy. Let me find that link. I'm going to listen to it. Where is it? John, I should have tagged it. Search. I'm just going to do a search. Hannah. Here we go. Hannah Barron accent. Can I copy and paste this link? How do I copy and paste this link? Can I? Ah, visit link. Okay, let's see. There's an ad.
Lay it all on the table. Before landing at your doorstep, our dinnerware is made in Portugal from local and...
What is this, John?
Good morning, y'all. I've been doing the 30-30-30 thing, where within 30 minutes of waking up in the morning, I'm trying to eat 30 grams of protein and then do 30 minutes of steady state cardio, which for me has been walking the dogs.
Walking dogs.
Usually I cook eggs every morning, but this morning I mixed Greek yogurt, 20 grams, with half a scoop of First Form Formula 1 salted peanut butter protein powder. Now I do this a lot where I mix up the...
I like her accent. Yeah, I can get behind that. I like that. I will never have that accent myself, but I can get behind that accent. I like it. Thank you, John. Who is she? Is she like a fitness guru or something? Huh. Interesting. All right, let's see. Where did you say that? Yeah, let's see. No, I won't get that kind of accent though. Unhinged said, I really appreciate the support. In celebration of Rocky Jason's accomplishment, time for a mini pie. Woohoo! Nice. Mini pie. We were talking about the other day. What? Here's for you, Jason. And for John's mini pie. We were talking about the McDonald's. Remember when they used to do the fried apple pies before? That would like burn your tongue, but those were so good. Now they do the baked pies. But is that what the kind of mini pie you're eating? It's really good. Unhinged says, I went through Mixem. Oh, okay. I think I have heard of them. The other service that I've seen recently is Comics Wellspring. They seem to do a pretty good job too. I don't know if anybody's used them before to printing it, but it's cool that there's so many different kind of services that you can do a self-produced comic with now. So yeah, they did a great job. Mixem. I'll keep them in mind as a possible publishing house. So great job. Great job, Jason. How does making French toast dub you a nerd? I don't think you're a nerd. Try fried cotto salami, fried bologna plus. Okay, sounds good. I think anything fried mini pie, fried bologna, fried spam. It's all good. Bad for cholesterol, good for your tummy. Mini pie was good. What kind of pie was it, John? Is it apple pie? Sad you didn't win Dean's box. Was that a competition? Yeah, that's cool. I always admire people that can do like giveaways or competitions or on their streams. Okay, look at this crazy angle. Sorry, going back to this. Look at this crazy angle of Deathblow. This is on his tummy. Like, who draws that? Look at this. He's like contorting to pull a gun out of his ankle holster. It's amazing. Really good stuff. Like, I can't even really pinpoint who Weisenfeld's main influences were. Definitely there's a Barry Windsor Smith in here. Probably because he was drawing Wolverine. But as far as a story, as a storyteller, it just was like nothing else out there. Storytelling in the style that he is like nothing else. Look at this really wide Wolverine face. I love it. Looks like animalistic. It's really good. Cranberry Langer says, I do remember that book you got from France, the samurai one. Cool. Yeah. That was an old stream. That was a fun stream, but that was an old stream. Really old stream. I think that was the one. I think that might have been my first stream. Yeah, I think that was my first stream because I was doing like recorded videos before that. And then I was like, I'm going to do a live stream showing the books. And that was the first one John showed up on. John was number one, A1 number one. And I will never forget his first comment was, "What is this?" So good. Amazing, amazing Wolverine. So aggressive. I'm a little less hangry now, Emo Trash says. I don't know a whole lot of French. I don't know a whole lot of French, just super basic conversational phrases. I love the French language. I'm a sucker. Like I'm a sucker for Hannah Barron's accent, Southern accent. I'm a sucker for the French language. It's a beautiful, beautiful language. There's some, it's unfortunate because there's some languages that just don't sound great, you know, and it's not their fault. It's just the way that it came about. But there's some languages, it's just like koala bears. Like they're just cute. Like they don't have to do anything. They're just cute. They're inherently cute. Or chinchillas or whatever, like, you know, bunny rabbits. Like they're just cute. And they could be jerks, but they look cute. So similarly, there's just languages that sound great. They could be saying horrible things, but it just sounds beautiful when they talk. French is one of those for me. Awesome One says, Dean was giving out a prize for members. I got a free membership at the beginning. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I guess once you can like give out, once you get to a certain level where you can give out memberships and super chats or whatever, have that kind of interaction, then it gets really cool. Being gifted memberships or, yeah, I guess. And then what? Like if you win a prize, Awesome One, if you win a prize, do you have to give him your address? I always wonder like how people would be comfortable with that. Like I've seen some auctions on YouTube where you have to fill out a form once you win because they need to mail it to you. So there is some trust there, but I don't know how it works with like prizes like that. You must have to give your address. That's an ad. Oh no, yeah, I know. Yeah. Wait, that Hannah Barron thing wasn't just an ad that I watched, was it? That would be funny. It's Emo's. So is that your accent, Emo? Is Hannah Barron's accent? Is that how your accent? This is your Southern mom, Rocky. No, my mom is definitely not Southern. My brother-in-law is, but not my mom. My mom does not have a Southern accent in the slightest. Yeah. I killed a spider and a fly in less time it took Shelby to kill his spider mom. Oh, man. Was there a spider on his stream? I don't like spiders. I like worse than spiders. Like if a slug dropped from the ceiling or like a snail crawled on my desk, I would be not well. Like that. I don't jump out of my chair with like slow because they're slow, right? But they really make me feel very nauseous when I see things like that. Look at this panel. There's not even a ground plane here, but he just totally claws this dude like straight up. Guy's like trying to cast some magic spell and Wolverine just claws him and then he walks away. Amazing composition right here. And then he does this kind of crazy thing with his eyeballs. There's no whites in his eyes here. It's like this cool secondhand, shorthand. This is very reminiscent of, and I think he was probably referencing Frank Miller's Wolverine stuff here with this like pile of ninjas, but it's awesome. Again, just like a command of like angles and posing and super beautiful compositions. Most of it's not, there's no dialogue. Feels like this page is probably rushing through this page here. It looks a little too loose. Okay, I don't remember. I don't even remember what happened in this story by this point. And they get transported back. Deathblow's like, see you later. Catch you later, Wolverine or Logan. Something about this girl. I think she was possessed or something. I don't know what happened. Wolverine ditches her, leaves her. Some vistas of San Francisco here. And like, this is how he ends it, this angle. That's crazy. So like not conventional for comics, but really, really well done. Anyway, there you go. Deathblow and Wolverine. So you can still pick up the individual issues. I've been able to see those at different like stores, or you can buy them online. But I've never seen this French version before. So if you can find it, it's cool, because it's really cool to see it, to have it all combined in hardbound, and also at this bigger size is really nice. Fried apple pies, as in deep fried? Yeah, deep fried. Heck yeah. John says, I don't really know where her original audience was from, but someone blew her up saying she was too country and her accent should be illegal. No way. Her accent, on the scale of 1 to 10 of Southern accents that I've heard, she's probably 10 being the most Southern, like thickest Southern accent, 1 being not. She's probably like a 7. I don't think her accent is too country at all. So yeah, but she's got almost like 1 million subscribers for just an accent. That's crazy. Or something equally as dumb and bigoted. It's funny that it backfired and now she's like huge. They don't do fried apple pies anymore. The cherry and cream ones are delicious. Yeah, I don't think so. They don't, I think because they're trying to be healthier. So they do baked apple pies now. I don't know if they even do the different flavored. I've just seen the apple ones. Who is that masked lady? Masked lady in this book? I don't know. If it was in this book, I don't know. I don't know who any of the characters were, to be honest. I'd have to go back and read the original series again. Mini pie was chocolate eclair pie. Ooh, I have 1 in spare from her. Wow, that's good stuff. I made lasagna. Last it was average. Put a lot of care into it though. Whoa, did you make it from scratch? I rarely make lasagna from scratch. It's too involved. I'd read most of the friggin' Constitution, Declaration of Independence. If you're gonna call me a nerd, at least get it for the right reasons. Have you read War and Peace? I'm an American nerd. I remember you saying that you like history. So like we were talking about Redcoat, right? You should pick up that book, because that one taps into American history, but makes it a little supernatural. It's very thick, Awesome One says. Yeah, you use War and Peace to like hold open doors, flatten flowers. Cranberry Ranger says, yeah, I dig that wide Wolverine face. I also really like that batlit figure and the environment. Yeah, he's really good. I don't have any of his other Weisenfeld stuff. Let me see if I can call up his what would be cool would be to look at his current work, because you guys will you'd appreciate that. Hold on, let me switch here. Switcheroo. But yeah, I'd love to show you guys some of his painted work, because he's a totally different artist than his comic stuff. But okay, I'm in preview mode, so if I do this, it won't show up yet, but I have to remember to publish it, otherwise you guys won't see it. All these kind of things. Okay, this is okay. Now I'll publish it. Wait, is that fit on frame? Oh, make it a little smaller so we can see all this stuff. Okay, now I'll publish it so that you can see what I'm looking at. Publish. Back to live mode. Okay, now this is just AaronWeisenfeld.com, but look at his paintings. Like, how crazy good is this guy? Like beautiful lighting. Like it's no surprise that he's this good of an artist, but like he took it to another level with his paintings. Look at this. Beautiful. Like what is the story here? It's awesome. Amazing figure, amazing lighting. I love his stuff. So much storytelling going in one image. Yes, this guy's just got the skills. Wow, this is crazy good. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Let's see, info. There's the guy. And I'm sure he's making way more money on his paintings than he did in comics. Let's see. Let's see how much some of these are. Oh, sold out, sold out, sold out. Everything's sold out. Everything's sold out. Not even a cost. Yep, all sold out. I think he has some books. Yeah, he has some books. I have seen this book in the wild before. Oh, this one was published by IDW. Go figure. IDW, the comic book company. Then he has stuff in galleries. So yeah, he's fantastic. I wish he did more comics. The stuff that he did for Team 7 wasn't as great as, in my mind, Deathblow and Wolverine. But here's his Twitter account too. So yeah, he posts pretty frequently, but it's mostly about his painting stuff. Here's some drawings on Post-its. Great stuff. Where is he? I wonder if he says where he lives. He doesn't. So, so yeah, the Team 7 stuff he did. I mean, I can actually look it up here and see. Aaron Weisenfeld. Why am I capsed? Like, he did some cool covers on it, but it wasn't really. Oh, look, Richard Friend did, like, he talked about him. That's cool. I have to watch those. But I never thought it got to this level of, I mean, that's pretty cool. It got to the level of Deathblow and Wolverine. This is a classic cover that he worked on. That's pretty cool. But it's like a lot more detailed. I like the simplicity that he had in the Deathblow Wolverine. There it is in color. Anyway, Aaron Weisenfeld. Awesome Hayes says, I got 3 memberships today. Awesome. I won K-Pop's giveaway. I sent her my info on X. Oh, okay. So you like DM'd her on X. That's right. I remember you saying you won her. She's been streaming a lot too. So it's cool. She's like really promoting a lot of independent creators on her stream. There was one stream I was watching. What was the name of that book? I think it was like a horror book, but she's great. Super supportive. Got my squash now. I'm chilling. Wow, squash. I thought you were making a bologna sandwich. Squash is like on the other end of the spectrum of health there. So awesome one says very Mobius. Yeah, I can definitely see some Mobius in there, like with the line quality. Definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Cranberry Langer says Shelby saw Spider in Zaid comic stream. Oh, okay. And I'm assuming he didn't like it. I'm assuming it freaked him out. Rocky, I don't know what emo sounds like, but Hannah Barron's accent, how I picture emo. Oh, got you. Oh, okay. Because she's from... Are you from Florida, emo? I forgot. But I know you're in the kind of the South, so... Yeah, possible. Grandma just mashed up some zucchini and squash with butter in a pan. Oh, that's very Southern. Butter and like mashed up vegetables. Very Southern. I love his empty space. Yeah, that's a great point. Cranberry Landers. Yeah, he definitely uses white space, negative space, quite a bit in this book. And it just, yeah, there's a sophistication to his storytelling, which is really, really refreshing to see for somebody who didn't do a lot of comic book work. Like he just had this natural instinct, natural ability to use all the like tools and use them really well. And then he just kind of left. I'm pretty sure he was like, this is how much I'm getting paid for doing this. Forget it. And then like started getting into his paintings. Deathblow looks super clean for a merc. Yeah, true. The audio lady. Who is that masked lady? I don't know. I think the ricotta wasn't fresh. That might have been the issue. Oh, with the lasagna? Yeah, that could be it. John's got sweets. I got squash. Feels like we're on opposite sides of the spectrum. Yeah, possibly. Although bologna could bridge the gap between the two of you, between pizza and squash. Here we go. What does that mean? Emo keeps squashing John's dreams. Love it. Great natural lighting. See, Cranberry is staying on track with the comic stuff. We're all like flying all over with recipes and squash and talk. Great portrayal of natural lighting on his paintings. Yep, his lighting is beautiful. Squash is gone now. Love some of those. Yeah, he's really good. I have a friend who I went to school with. His name is, oh gosh, Jonathan. Oh gosh, what's his last name? Why am I blanking on his last name? And there it goes. Jonathan Weiner? That's right. I think it was like, we joked around because it looked like Wiener. Jonathan Weiner. But he is a great painter too. Random. And actually Weisensel's stuff reminds me a little bit of, is it Wiener? Viner. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I think it's pronounced Weiner, but then he goes by Viner Studio. I think. Okay. Let me share screen. Why not? This is a crazy random screen. This? Yes. This is, I went to school with this guy. Same year as me, but he's way better. But look at his recent work. Yeah, his paintings. Hello. Beautiful stuff, but just these like interesting stories that he's telling. Why is there's so many boobies? Yeah, interesting kind of compositions and lighting and just great rendering. This stuff reminds me of Weisenfeld stuff, right? Super cool. Anyway, totally random. Jonathan, if you're out there, love your stuff. And I think he's doing very well for himself as a fine artist. There's not many people that can really command being like fine artists, painters this day and age. But yep, there he is. Looks the same. Yep, went to RISD at 98. He was classmates with Shanth and I. Anyway, totally random, but there you go. All right, let me catch up on the chat. I do have to get going in a little bit, or else my kids will be stranded. Where is K-pop tonight? Maybe she's streaming. She streams like crazy regular recently. Ever since I started following her, I was like, dang, she's doing another one. And a lot of independent creators she's promoting. So she might be streaming right now. Every time I win, Awesome One says, I'm not watching. Maybe I shouldn't have watched Dean's stream. Yeah, maybe you jinxed it for yourself. Yes, I'm far behind. I know. I'm jumping here. I don't have to read all of these, right? That's what you guys tell me. I don't have to read them out all, but they're so interesting, and I want to know what's going on. I feel like the guy who just walked into the party and like, hey, what are you guys talking about? What? Bologna? Squash? Oh, there was squash? Oh, I missed that. I'm from Virginia. Oh, I really just can't. Just as far north as you can get that's still considered south. Gotcha. Okay. Do you go to school in Virginia too? Or I thought you went to school in Florida. I totally got that confused. Mark's in Florida. I know that. There are bats that keep. Ugh. What should I name them? I'm thinking Night Fury and Ninja. Ooh, I saw a video recently. I forgot who the name of the girl singing in a concert. She was at some concert, literally like performing. Bat flew on her leg. The audience is like, "There's a bat on your leg. There's a bat on my leg." She didn't notice. She kept singing, and then she stopped and looked down and was like, "Oh, there's a bat on my leg. Can somebody help get this off?" And then some stagehand came and knocked it off. And then the next thing they cut to the shot of her in the hospital getting like a rabies shot, and you see these two like bat bites. It's really gross. Yeah, bats are freaky. Dracula? That's a good name for a bat. Nosfero, maybe? Oh boy. Fred and Bob, also a good choice. Yes, yes. I'm like 30 minutes away from DC. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why you're so into like history, American history, politics. It's in the water. I want to go visit DC. I really do. My daughter went there for a school trip, her end of the year school trip, and it looked amazing. So I really want to go and visit. I went there once when I was a kid, so I barely remember anything. Awesome One's talking about everywhere he lived. Lived in Springfield, Virginia. Okay. Wow, it looks great. Reminds me of the Dune fantasy artists I've seen the Spectrum series. Yes, I know the Spectrum books or magazines or yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Like very surreal but realistic. You don't read them all, no, just all of mine. Okay, John, I'll keep that in mind. Never been to Florida, not even any farther south than South Carolina. Okay. Call them Bat number 1 and Bat number 2. Call them Batman and Robin. Huh? Bruce and Dick, maybe? Or Damien? Those are options. John's just stating, he has a healthy view of his self, healthy perspective of himself in this chat, that only his chat should be read. Myrtle Beach, don't read this. I'm reading it. Batman and Batwoman, yes, also good options. Emo, have you been south of the border? Like Taco Bell? Batter and Zup, huh? Nice. Oh, hang on. I heard a huge ding in my ears. Did you guys hear that? Oh boy. That is my sign. Oh, did you hear my message go? That is my sign. I gotta leave to go get my kids. There you go. Hold on. Let's get through all these first. Toothless and be one of them? What? The mall was in Wonder Woman 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't like Wonder Woman 2. I just watched recently the first Wonder Woman. That's a really good movie. Like, that was one of DC's best attempts at trying to compete with Marvel, because I think the casting was perfect in that, and it was just a fun story. Gal Gadot just made that movie. It was incredible. Wonder Woman 1984 was not that good. I didn't like that movie at all, actually, and I was really disappointed with that. So 1 for 2 for me as far as Wonder Woman. Damien or Jason? Yep. Good ones. Myrtle Beach. Yep. Billboards. Cover half of I-95 all the way down to South Carolina. Oh, you didn't hear my dings. Oh, okay, really? Weird. Weird. All right. I think I gotta go. I gotta go pick up my kids. This was a weird one, right, guys? It was a total weird one, but we had to do it. I had to open these packages. I'm handcuffed by knowing you all for unboxing things. I always hesitate now. I can't open anything that is book shaped because I'm like, no, I got to do this on stream. That's the thing. But thank you for being with me today so I could do that. Thank you for Unhinged says, I'm sorry I missed the rest of the stream. I had to go help the walk dog. That's okay, dude. I'm just glad I got to tell you about your book. So I'm super excited. I'll probably stop by the store next week to see it on the shelf. Hopefully by the time I get there, your books will be gone. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to try and get it to a few more stores in the city, get that Unhinged name out there. But thanks for stopping by. I'm glad that I was able to tell you guys about it. Hit the like. Yes, please do hit the like. But thank you everybody for showing up in this weird, off time, crazy, not really a My Wednesday Comics, an unboxing, confusing Bologna stream. I'm going to call it the Bologna stream. I'm going to call it the Bologna stream on my YouTube channel. You guys heard it here first. But thank you, Mark's Music Obsession, John, Comrade Sammy, awesome one. Excuse me, didn't mean to laugh there, I was coughing. Unhinged, Cranberry Langers, Emo Trash. Did I miss anybody? Unhinged, Emo Trash, John, obviously. I think that's everybody that showed up today. But it was great. It was great seeing you guys and great talking with you a little bit just about life and comics as usual. What's next? I don't know. Do I have time and comments maybe? What link? What link? What link, Comrade Sammy? Oh, I'll be in another live from a YouTuber called Let's Read for anyone who wants to join me in there. Yeah, post the link, Comrade Sammy. You guys want to move? Jump stream, what do they call it? What do they call it when somebody jumps from not hijack? What's the name? People, tell me, chat. When you raid somebody's stream. Yeah, go read Let's Read stream. Here we go. There's the link, people. Go join Comrade Sammy. Talk more. Oh yeah, Mark's mom. Thank you, Mark's mom. We believe in Sammy. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I will catch you again definitely next Wednesday, if not sooner. And hopefully I'll have stuff more put together as opposed to today. Crazy. I'm going to go get my kids now. Raid. That's what it was. All right. Catch you later. Have a good evening. Thank you so much. Hit the like, subscribe, comment. See you later. Bye-bye.